Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Border Hookups Go RVing.
Today we're going to talk about how we went through the process of selling it all in order to get out on the road in our RV full time.
So the first thing we did was we came up with the idea, and we did that because we had seen a couple who converted a bus, or remodeled a bus, I suppose, to go and travel on the road. And from there it morphed into RVs, and we decided that that was the best thing for us, or we thought it would be the best thing for us. And so we started to do a lot of research. A lot of research. I mean, it consumed us. And so we did that by watching YouTube videos of people who were actually out there, who were already doing it. So we want to say thank you so much to those of you that have YouTube channels and who do put all of this information out, because it is super, super helpful. And I hope you guys know that. And that's part of the reason why we want to do a YouTube series too. Who
were we watching?
We watched...
Who were the first ones that we watched? Was Driving and Vibin' were the first ones that we kind of stumbled on them.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even really know that there were RV
series out there. That's true, we didn't. And we came across them, and then we went to, I believe it was You, Me, and the RV after that. And then we watched Keep Your Daydream quite a bit too, and Loho.
Yeah.
Long, Long Honeymoon.
Yeah, that's when we learned how to fix everything.
Right.
Yes.
Which we still don't know.
We still don't know, but we learned it. We don't say we're going to use the information. We just learned it.
So the other thing we did was we listened to podcasts, because there's a lot of good information out there with podcasts as well. And we would actually go for walks, and we would walk 4 or 5 miles just listening to these podcasts, all about, you know, what being on the road full-time entails, and you know, whether you should or shouldn't do it. And from there we actually decided that maybe we should have careers that we could bring out onto the road. And we were already musicians, so that was one that we thought that we could, you know, transfer to being on the road. And then I decided to go back and get my medical coding, because I thought that would be ideal to be on the road, until I found health coaching, which I truly, truly love so much. And so that's what stuck with me. So I kind of found something that I wasn't even looking for, and you know, sometimes that's the way it works. And then you went back and did videography. Yeah,
I kind of relearned videography. I had a degree in it from college, but it's completely different now than it was back then. So I had to relearn all of that. And another thing about watching the videos, if I can interject for a second, is that we were trying to find videos that would talk us into not doing it. Because we wanted the devil's advocates to say, we didn't want all the rosy sunglasses. We wanted the people that would say, you know what, this is why you shouldn't do it. And we couldn't find a legitimate reason to not do it. We knew there would be challenges and issues, things breaking. That's just a given, but that happens at home.
So after we kind of decided on what we were going to do to make money on the road, we sat down and budgeted. And we got a lot of our information from just research, again, as to how much things would cost. And so some of the things that would go into our budget were
food, lodging, fuel. Those are probably the big three that we figured. We knew that we could really watch the food part of it, because well, it's just discipline, you know. So I mean, oddly enough, one of the things we bought was a cooler that could fit in the back seat of the truck, that could plug into the 12-volt to keep food cool, because then it was convenient. And then it's not, oh, I don't want to stop and make something. It's always there. Pull it out of the cooler and you're good to go. Yeah, and then you're making something that's healthy, and you're not stopping at a gas station or for fast food. We should do a whole episode on how to save money, because well, that's where we're going. Yeah, maybe we will. So yeah, we planned, we budgeted, and then what we did was we overestimated, or whatever we thought we would spend
we actually tacked on money to that, and then whatever things we thought things would cost, we tacked on money to that, so that, you know, we would be at our highest estimate of what it would cost to be out there, because we didn't want to get caught,
right,
and, you know, not have enough money, obviously. Lastly, we looked at the loans that we had out and whether we could make it happen in terms of like paying all of that off, because the best advice that we got was to go out without owing money. So you really don't want to have debt, because you don't want those monthly charges to be coming out of the money that you have when you're out on the road. It just makes it a lot easier.
A lot less stressful. A
lot less stressful,
yeah.
Peace of mind to do that. I mean, you're still going to have your cell phone, internet, you know, bill, and then just spending the money on the things that Dave mentioned out on the road.
And that's not to say that you can't do it.
Right.
You just have to be smart about it. One of our next steps was to try to decide what we wanted in the way of an RV. You know, the options were a Class A, obviously, a C, a travel trailer, a B. A B class was way too small for us, which is basically just a van. Some nice vans, those Sprinter vans were really cool. We really liked those, but for us that wasn't going to work full time. We thought about a Class C and a Class A. We didn't want anything too big because we wanted to be able to go out and go boondocking, and we wanted to be able to be mobile like that.
I just have to interject for 1 second, just in case there are people out there like me. I still don't understand the whole Class A, Class B, Class C, Class Z, Class Y, I mean, I don't know what all of that means.
We never looked at a Class Z or a Class Y, but if they come out, we'll take a second look at that option as well.
I was exaggerating, but really, so a Class A is the big motorhome,
like a bus,
drive, right?
Yep, like a big bus. And a Class C generally has the over the cab bed, generally. I've seen, they're kind of hybrids, it seems, that I've seen out there lately. So we decided on a travel trailer, a small travel trailer that you can see right here. Our travel trailer is only 26 feet long, tongue to tail, inside 23 feet, because we already owned a truck. So we already had the truck, and one thing that we learned was that just because you have a V8 truck doesn't mean that it can pull anything. It's a big engine, but it doesn't mean that it can pull anything. And maybe we'll do another episode on that sometime. I'm not going to go down that road of towing vehicles, but it's one thing that we did learn.
But we did, and that's a really good point, because I remember we were actually at an RV dealership, and the salesman, there was one that we really liked, and we asked him, well, can our F-150 V8 pull this? And he said, absolutely. Well, then when we actually looked at the towing capacity of our truck, because some friends had
mentioned it, who had towed things in the past.
Right, they mentioned, oh, that doesn't, I don't think that's going to pull. And so then we actually decided to look at what our truck could tow, and we were surprised because that salesman was wrong.
Right. So some of the things that we looked for in a camper were, we wanted a Murphy bed. We wanted to have not a dedicated bedroom that was not used during the day anyway, so that we'd just have the Murphy bed, and that would leave us the extra room. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. We also wanted an outdoor kitchen. I like to be, well, we both like to be outside. We also wanted an RV trailer that was fiberglass as opposed to aluminum. We had just kind of heard different pluses and minuses, and we went with the fiberglass as well. And then we wanted something small enough where we could go boondocking. We didn't want to be restricted to just, you know, major highways and not being able to go off on this gravel road and turn around here and things like that. Yeah,
we want to test out our boondocking skills. We have a lot of places to go and people to see.
We do. We do have people to see. Whether they will see us or not is left to be determined.
Run, you people, run!
So we knew an RV eventually that we wanted to have. Then it got easier, because then that was the RV that we were looking for. We were going to wait till winter, and then I was doing something, and I was on RV Trader or a site like that, and I found this exact unit very, 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 very cheap. And we decided, let's go look at it. We didn't know what
Why
was
not?
wrong with it. And we got there and it turned out it was an auction house and it had been damaged in transit. So the awning was ripped off. And they just, well, the awning was broken, they just took it off. And then, so we said, everything else is brand new. They said, everything else is brand new. So we purchased it and we brought it to an RV dealership who did the part where they send it to the dealership and then they go through and pressure test it and do all that stuff and install everything that needs to be installed. And then with the money we saved, we put on upgraded tires on the trailer. We put in a tow system with the anti-sway. We put on the bike rack. You can't see it right here, kind of maybe you can. So we put in all these upgrades with the money that we saved, and we still ended up coming out ahead of the curve.
Yes.
Which was really nice.
Yeah, and there was a nice function, I wish I could remember exactly who it was through, where you could put in online all of the features that you wanted, and then, you know, such as Murphy bed, U-shaped dinette, kitchen, outdoor kitchen, the things that you were mentioning, that Dave was mentioning, and then it would come up with those travel trailers that met those specifications.
So that's how we did it. I think we got lucky. That kind of fell in our laps, but we also had done our research before.
You say luck, I say that we did our due diligence and that you did a great job because you were researching and you had your, you know, feelers out and you found that. So
we were prepared.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say tomato.
No, I think it's great that you found that.
Well, thank you.
And now we get to the part where it was really, really busy and it was getting to be go time, and we were looking around the house going, we have all of this stuff in this house and we have to put stuff into this little camper right here. So we started downsizing. The first thing that we did was we just looked around and said, well, what aren't we really using right now? And what can we throw away, give away, sell? Basically, those are the three things that, you know, you'll have to decide. Throw away, give away, sell. So we did that. Clothes, that was a big one for me. That was quite difficult. And I'm not even a shopper. I don't even like shopping. But I had clothes that I wore to work every day. And then I had dress clothes and workout clothes and clothes that I'd been hanging on to forever. Don't know why. But, you know, they do come back into style, right? T-shirts, shorts, a couple pairs of jeans. That was him. So we had to get the house ready, and then luckily for us, it sold very, very quickly. We had an offer within a day, so we sold it very quickly. And then we were going to close on it 6 weeks later, but we decided, hey, what are we waiting for, right? I mean, why don't we just get out of here now if the buyers wanted to move up the closing date, which they did. So we sold it and we left and out of town and became full-time RVers.
Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody for listening to our episode of the Border Hookups Go RVing. We hope we gave you some good information. Hope you learned something, and we'll see y'all out there.
Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done that, and if you enjoy watching our videos, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we have a new episode. And we'll see you all out there.
If I lay here, if I just lay here.
Hey everybody, we're the Border Hookups.
And we're going to be playing in an area near you very soon.
So check us out on our website, theborderhookups.com, or check us out on Facebook or Instagram.
And we'll see you soon.
Would you lie with me and just forget the